Good evening all. Am I audible? Please mention whether the audio video is clear. I think there is some issue with the video. I'll just check. There's some issue. So welcome all of you to the last lecture in the series. Okay, now the video is fine. So let's start. Just a minute. Okay, so welcome all of you. So this is a 40th lecture in the series where we are discussing all topics of UPSC CSAT. Quantitative aptitude, reasoning, data interpretation, and yeah, there is an announcement also, special announcement for all UPSC aspirants. From tomorrow onwards, we are continuing the series for comprehension section also. Like daily, we will discuss 30 minutes for comprehension section also. So more details of it, I'll just show you. So comprehension in 30 minutes or comprehension PYQs we will be discussing in the next 5 days for UPSC aspirants. For CSIR NET aspirants and GATE aspirants, other series also we are planning to start. We'll update you regarding that. So as it is the last lecture in the series, once again asking all of you whether the series was useful for you, do let us know, and you can share this poster to your friends also. The free YouTube lectures in this channel and free study materials are available in the Telegram channel of ours. The link is there in the description, or you can share this poster where the QR codes, if you scan, you can directly access the Telegram channel and the YouTube channel. So please share this among your friends. If you felt this lecture or the other lectures in the series, if it was useful for you, as a gesture, you can share this to your friends or other aspirants who are preparing for UPSC and for other exams also. As I told, the series was useful for other exams also. And those of your friends want full-length courses for different exams, you can ask them to check out the mobile application, Christy's classes. Currently CSIR NET GATE exam courses are available. For UPSC also we are planning to start a full-length course for the next exam, not for the upcoming exam. For the 2025 exam, we are starting a full-length course for UPSC CSAT also. From the positive response of many students, we are planning for a full-length course. So stay tuned. All updates you will get from this YouTube channel, from this Telegram channel and our other handles. So those of you are new to our platform or new to this channel, do subscribe the channel so that you don't miss any updates, so that will be a motivation for me also to continue providing more free classes or more such initiatives in the future. So these are the other free resources. Check the description, new students, if you want to get the links of all these resources, or scan these QR codes so that you can directly access them. And other playlists in this channel also, please check. We are creating a new playlist called UPSC CSAT Comprehension. Those who are UPSC aspirants, that playlist you can follow, and CSIR NET GATE aspirants, other playlist also you can check out along with the with this playlist, general aptitude in 30 minutes. Okay, so that is the intro, a bit longer intro because it is the last lecture in the series. So these were the 40 lectures we have completed in the series. All topics of UPSC CSAT were covered. So as I have told before also, it was really a big challenge because in between medical emergencies came, travel emergencies came. So in between that also I was able to complete it. So thank you all of you for your support to continue the series, and thank you for the good comments also. Many of you, that was the reason that I could give my maximum in the series. Okay, so once again welcoming all UPSC aspirants to the comprehension series we are starting from tomorrow onwards. 2023 to 2019, last 5 years comprehension questions, the important questions, 5 questions selected from each years we will be discussing in a duration of 30 minutes to 40 minutes. So just like this series, we will be continuing the next series for comprehension. So do invite your friends to be part of that series. So let us start today's topic, reasoning miscellaneous topic. Reasoning miscellaneous questions. Reasoning are the chapters we have discussed from 29th lecture onwards. This 12 lectures are reasoning topics itself. Even Venn diagram also, some of the questions are purely reasoning type itself. But mainly these are the 12 chapters of reasoning. So in miscellaneous, we cannot categorize it into any of the previous 11 topics. But they have some of the elements we already discussed in the previous topics also. So those kinds of questions we will be discussing today. There is no theory to be taught in this chapter because it is miscellaneous. Each question needs different approaches and different, the methods are more important in this chapter. As I have told in many of my previous classes, shortcut approaches to do aptitude questions are very important. I have given many videos in this YouTube channel to explain about these 15 shortcut approaches by which you can do any aptitude test better. And in this chapter also, shortcut approaches, especially elimination by selected statements, elimination by analyzing option, elimination by substitution, and taking example method to an extent, but more than that, visual method. These methods are very important in this chapter also. With questions, I will give you more clarity. And last one question, when I explained there was a confusion and I told that today we will be discussing that. Towards the end of today's class, we will be discussing this question. Last 2023 CSAT paper, there were 2 questions on statement related problems. Before that, very rarely the questions were asked from this topic. But last year 2 questions were there. That is why I will suggest you to go through that chapter or go through that lecture if you haven't attended the previous lecture, and this question was pending there, so that we will be discussing towards the end of today's class. Okay, so let us start today's topic, reasoning miscellaneous. As I told, there is no theory. We will directly go to questions. 2021 this question was asked. This question was a repetition of 2014 and 2010 questions. Same question got repeated with different names and different words, but the logic was the same, the approach was the same. So try this question, all of you. I will give you 1 minute or 1.5 minutes to try. And the most important thing is the least time consuming way of solving. Okay, some of you got an answer. Let's see whether it is right. So this question, there are different ways of doing it. Definitely visual method is one of the ways. Visual method means you can draw a table to understand this question. Because here there are multiple variables. Now, what are the variables? 7 books. So the name of the book is one variable. Their covers, the color of the covers is important. And new or all, their condition is important. Type of the book is also important. So 4 variables are there. Name, cover color, the condition of the book and the type of the books. So one way is you can actually tabulate the data. Like in one axis you can put PQRST, UV, and then you can write in the other axis blue or red, gazetteers or what are the other one, lower reports, new or old. Likewise you can write tabulated, but that is very time consuming. I will not recommend it. This is how you can draw it. Either in x-axis or y-axis you can put the name. So here y-axis the name is written, and color, condition, type. But filling this table will take too much time. That is not what the question paper setter wants from you, or that is not what any competitive exam question paper setter wants from you. Here you can do it much better with elimination method. Without drawing this table, you can do it by elimination. Because these kinds of questions, as too much data is there are higher chance of elimination because the options are also in that form. What is the final question? Books of old gazetteers with blue covers. That means condition should be old, type should be gazetteers, and color of the cover should be blue. That means in the last class we discussed about negation of the statement and all, na? It should be old means it should not be new. Any option says it is new, or any option having new in it, books with new in it, can be eliminated. S and U are new, so that itself means S and U can be eliminated, or any option with S and U can be eliminated. Option B and D have S or U in it, that is why those two are eliminated. These two options are eliminated already. Now, P, R, S are lower reports. It should be gazetteers. So not gazetteers means it should be lower reports, because there are only two types of books. So not being gazetteers is not possible, or being lower reports is not possible. P, R, S are lower reports means any option having P or R or S can be eliminated. Option A have R in it, that is why that is eliminated. Then there is only one option remaining, na? It is not elimination by substitution, it is called elimination by selected statements or elimination by analyzing options. These two ideas together we have used here. Substitution means you are substituting option into the question, but here we are putting question into the option so that you can do the elimination better. I know that many of you may have done this way, but if you haven't done this way, please practice these kinds of questions to do this way, because this was repeated in 3 exams. 3 previous UPSC exam, and for other exams also. In GATE exam, CSIR exams also, similar type questions were there, where elimination could have been done much easier in a reasoning question. So hope all of you understood this, how we did elimination. Definitely elimination will be possible if the question and the options are of this structure, and the question and options were of this structure in multiple previous years. This was a 2021 PYQ, but this is a 2014 PYQ. Literally the same type question. The names are changed. PQRST is changed to ABCDEF. And color red and blue is changed to green and yellow. Old and new is still here in this also. Lower reports is there. Instead of gazetteers, it is medical extracts. So it is literally the same question, na? Which two books are old medical extracts have green color? Due to lack of time, I will directly start explaining. You can try yourself by pausing the video or revisiting the video later. So, old medical extracts. Old means it should not be new. Old means it should not be new. ABD are old. ABD are new, so any option having A, B, D in it can be eliminated. Option A have B in it, so that is eliminated. ABC are low reports. Low reports we don't want, we want medical extracts. So low reports options can be eliminated. ABC have low reports in it, so option C, option D have C in it, so that is eliminated. So only option remaining is option B. Super easy, right? If you use the right approach, you will get answer super fast, and that is what you should practice. With more previous year questions, more practice questions, do that. New students, if you are not aware, we are giving daily practice questions after each lecture. The last 39 days practice questions are already posted in our Telegram channel. If you are not part of the Telegram channel, check the description of the video to be part of our Telegram channel. Or you can search Christy's classes UPSC CSAT to find the Telegram channel. For CSIR NET and GATE and other exams, there is another separate Telegram channel. That link is also there in the description of this video. And look at this question, 2010 question. This is again same question itself. So try it yourself as homework. So I hope all of you understood this, how to approach that. This is another question. Here also it is like a puzzle only. That is why I told you today's class is like miscellaneous questions. There is no particular theory, but the approach of doing questions are more important than the theory that is needed. So do this question, all of you. Very simple question, but presence of mind is important to do it faster. Otherwise you will be beating around the bush before getting the right answer by taking 2-3 minutes extra. This question can be done in less than 1 minute if you are understanding the question correctly and if you are using the options properly. So try this super fast. Okay, many of you got an answer. Let's see whether it is right. So in a school there are 5 teachers A, B, C, D, E. A and B teach Hindi and English. C and B teach English and Geography. D and A teach Mathematics and English. E and B teach French and History. So this question or many questions in this chapter, some of the skill sets that is needed is useful for comprehension also. So here smart reading is very important. Rather than any other theory, smart reading is more important here. When you read through the words, you are seeing the teacher name B repeatedly, na? So you can search for B first. Yeah, that is a gut feeling we will have. Then B may be the answer. Then you can think more about B. How many subjects B are teaching? Hindi, English, Geography, History, French. 5 subjects already. So definitely that is the answer, because after B, the maximum number or maximum time repeated name is A. And A is part of only 2 sets. Every set of maximum 2 subjects only. So maximum 4 subjects only A can teach. but it is not even 4. Hindi, English, it is repetition Hindi again. So mathematics counted 3 only. So definitely B is the answer. That is enough actually. But in exam hall, whether you are getting this clearly, that is a question that you have to check. If it is not that properly, you have to use the help of a table. You have to use the help of a table. How? A, B, C, D, E. When you see A, teach Hindi and English, you can put Hindi, English, 2 subjects already. Then where you can see A? Mathematics and Hindi. Hindi don't count again. Mathematics also. So 3 is the count for A. 3 is the count for A. And B, when you count Hindi, English, English, geography. So 3 already. And history, French. So 5 already. So it is already 5. So option A is already eliminated because it is less than 5. And C. C, you can see English and geography. C is only present there. So 2 subjects only. So C is also not. Yeah, C you don't have to check because C is not there in the options. And D. D is present here only. D teaches mathematics and Hindi. So 2 subjects only. So D is also not possible. And D. History and French. That is the only set E is part of. So 2 only. So clearly B is the answer. Na? Yeah, this much you don't have to analyze. When you see B is repeated, focus on B and then cross check whether B is the answer. That's enough actually. So that is a smarter way of doing the questions. This is the next level version of the previous question. Here too much information, too many people are there. So smartly looking at the question is very important in this question. And let me tell you, the same question was repeated in GATE exam, I think in 2020, I guess. Same question. The names they have changed. So that happens a lot of times. One competitive exams question of aptitude will be repeated in another competitive exam. So that is why I'm saying those who are preparing for other exams other than UPSC, also these videos or these type of questions are very important for you. So try this question, all of you. Little trickier than previous ones, but careful analysis is enough. No other theory is needed. Okay, so little tricky, but I will explain due to lack of time. I have to start explaining. So in a group of 6 women, there are 4 tennis players, 4 postgraduates in sociology, 1 postgraduate in commerce, and 3 bank employees. Here also, if you are planning to do visual method, it will be very time consuming that it is better to skip the question. So visual method, you will get the correct answer, but very time consuming. Otherwise, you should be very skilled in drawing the table very super fast. Otherwise, it is better not to use visual method. Then what you can do? You can use options definitely, and you can properly combine statements. That is more important. Elimination by combining statements properly. So Vimala, and finally, what is the question? Who among the following is a tennis player and bank employee? So the person should be, it is 6 women, so she should be a tennis player, she should be a bank employee also. So let us check each statement. Vimala and Kamala are among bank employees. So we need bank employees. So we will write down that bank employee Vimala and Kamala. Yeah, the names don't get confused. The names are very similar. So Vimala I am using VI and Kamala I am using KA because Kamala is also there. So KA I am using for Kamala because I don't want to write the whole name which takes time. So the bank employees are Vimala and Kamala. 2 of the bank employees, while Amala and Kamala are unemployed. Yeah, reading between the lines is important. As I told, many of the skills that you need for this chapter is needed for the comprehension chapter also, which we will be discussing from tomorrow. So Amala and Kamala are unemployed means they don't have any employment, means they are not bank employees. They are not bank employees. So Amala, Kamala, definitely not bank employees means they can be eliminated from the suspected list of tennis player and bank employee common person, na? Because Amala and Kamala cannot be bank employees because Amala and Kamala are not employed at all. Is it clear? So these 2 options are eliminated. Yeah, now it is like Kaun Banega Crorepati, you have taken the lifeline 50-50. 2 options only, na? Yeah, don't just randomly pick one by putting, like by singing Ingi Pingi Ponki or any local versions. In Kerala it is Akkatikkuthanu Varamba for the Malayalis here. For every place there is a when I discuss about this 15 methods, I say some students use the 16th method. That method is called random selection method. Random selection means without knowing anything about the question, anything about the options, randomly selecting an option by any, they believe that there is a superpower or maybe someone who is helping them at that time to choose the right option. Or after the exam they will pray that the random selected option, let it be correct. Yeah, that is gut feeling is actually different, Shikha. Gut feeling have some logic at least, or gut feeling, in my opinion, gut feeling comes from our previous experience or some of the knowledge we have or some of the experience maybe we have. From that only we will have a gut feeling. But this is not gut feeling. Like mainly this happens in the last 5 minutes of the exam. In the last 5 minutes of the exam, when we feel that okay, now there is no time, now for the next 40 questions we will write ABCD repeated for 8 times so that all 40 questions can be done. That can be done if the exam does not give you a negative mark for any incorrect answer. But most of the competitive exam, not only UPSC definitely have negative mark, as you know, but other exams also, GATE exam, CSIR exam and any other exam, there is negative mark for most of the exams. Very less exams have not having negative mark. Yeah, if negative mark is not there in the last few minutes, if you want to randomly select option, it is fine. Because some question definitely 25% chance is there. If you are repeatedly putting an option, there is chance that one time at least it will be correct in many questions. But that chance you can take only if you have no negative mark situation. Otherwise, don't go for the 16th method. That is not a method at all. random selection. Okay, coming back to as it is a last lecture, I'm telling you general things also. I know that no one is doing random selection, but if any of you are doing random selection, please don't do it for a for an exam where there is negative mark. But when I say, like, you know that two options are wrong, and from the two remaining option, if you choose a random option, there is chance that 50% chance that you are right, but there is a 50% chance that you are wrong also, na? So that there maybe your logic is correct. Okay, I'm going to go for the risk of taking that 50% chance. But if you don't know anything about any of the four options, choosing a random option, your chance of winning is, chance of making that question correct is 25%, and chance of making that question wrong is 75%. So never do that. So that I want to emphasize, as it is the last lecture in the series. Okay, anyway, coming back to this question, Amala Komala is eliminated, two options remaining. Don't select one of the two options. Let us go further, because now it is easy to one more option. So Komala and Nirmala are among tennis players. We want tennis players also, na? Tennis players, Komala and Nirmala are among tennis players. There are more tennis players, there are no more bank employees also, because 4 tennis players and how many bank employees? 3 bank employees also are there. So one more bank employee, 2 more tennis players are there. We don't know who they are. We didn't get any common factor here among bank employees and tennis players. So you cannot finish the question. This is Komala, this is Kamala. Don't get confused. So continuing, Amala, Kamala, Komala, Nirmala are postgraduates in sociology, of whom 2 are bank employees. Postgraduate in sociology, that is a dummy data or irrelevant data. But among these 4, 2 are bank employees is very important. We know that Amala, Komala cannot be bank employees. So you can again eliminate from these 4 people that they cannot be bank employees. The remaining 2 should be bank employees. Who? Kamala and Nirmala. Yeah, Kamala we already know she is a bank employee. We got an extra information that Nirmala is also a bank employee. Nirmala is a bank employee. Nirmala is a tennis player. So Nirmala is the answer. So combining data properly and using options properly, that is an important thing here. Elimination by selected statements, elimination by analyzing options. These 2 approaches together we have used in this question. And believe me, this question 2017, 2014 and many other competitive exams also, same question was repeated, because this is a good question that we can easily change the name, that it may look like a different question, but it is the same question itself. So when people ask whether the question repeats, sometimes same question gets repeated. And whether it is repetition or not, discussing or practicing previous year questions is very important. That is why, once again reminding to the new students, we are starting, those who have joined late for today's lecture, we are starting the comprehension PYQ discussion, just like today's lecture or other lectures in the series. 30 minutes to 40 minutes we will have the session from tomorrow onwards, PYQ discussion. So we will be discussing 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020 and 2019 previous year questions, 5 questions each per day. That will be the pattern of this lecture series. We are starting from tomorrow. So check out it is already scheduled. I will share it in the comment section and in the chat section so that you can enroll for it. So that is about this new series we are starting from tomorrow. Please spread the word. I'll share it in our groups. Please share it among your friends so that more people can be part of that series. Okay, so coming back to our questions. So hope all of you understood how to do this question, 2017 question, and this 2014 question is a homework question for you to practice this type questions. So then try this question, 2016 question, very simple question. All of you try. Once again reminding those who haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe the channel. That will be a motivation for any educator. As I have told many times, this YouTube initiatives are like more personal to me, because it is like my own initiatives. I teach in many institutes. There also I deliver my maximum, but this have a like this YouTube channel, other initiatives, my own initiatives are like a baby I nurture. So it is more personal to me. That is what I want to convey. So it will be a big motivation if you people share it to maximum people, and if you people be part of this community. If you feel that this will be helping you in the future, do subscribe the channel and do hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any updates, so that I will also be able to get connected with you through the upcoming sessions and upcoming post, or a community tab post you will be getting updates of. Okay, so all of you try this question, please. This question is very simple question, just common sense question. Just a minute. All of you tried? Okay, I'll explain, just a minute. Okay, so this question is very simple question. Finally, the question is asking, yeah, some statements are given. From that you have to be a detective, a small detective, to conclude what is the cause of the sickness. So just a minute. Okay, so A ate grapes and pineapples, B ate grapes and oranges, C ate oranges, pineapple, apple, D ate grapes, apple, pineapple. After taking fruits, B and C fell sick. So what are the fruits they ate? Grapes and orange, orange and pineapple, orange, pineapple and apple. What is the common factor? Like we discussed in the previous question, common factor is orange. So most probably oranges can be the cause of sickness. Okay, in this question oranges is the correct answer, but in real this may not be the case. It may not be the fruit that they have eaten also. But in this question, the question is only asking about fruits. Yeah, if there was an option called data insufficient to answer the question, maybe that is a better option, because there can be other factors also, na? But among the four options, oranges are the best option. That is why they haven't given an ambiguous option, because if ambiguous option will be given, this question should be cancelled. As of now, this question is totally correct, because among the four fruits, which fruit have can be, as I have told previous classes also, can be is a loose term. It is not an extreme term. About extreme terms and all we will be discussing in the comprehension classes. Which all are the extreme terms, which all are the liberal terms, we can discuss more about it. So anyway, oranges, it is super easy now. I don't have to explain more, I guess. So these are the reasoning miscellaneous questions. So more questions for you to try as homework. Yeah, this is a very beautiful question which was asked in 2014. You can try it. Very simple question, not very simple, but it is a very interesting question. after you get the answer, you will feel it is easy, but when you read the question once, it may look a little tricky. And this was like a hybrid question from multiple chapters. Sequential ordering chapter, ranking ordering chapter we already discussed in the series. That ranking ordering and also this logical puzzle together is asked in this question. Simple only, try it. And this same question which was asked in 2013 was repeated in a previous GATE exam question, also in a previous CSIR question. A modified version of this also was asked. So that's it. And before 2018 in UPSC CSAT, these kinds of questions were there. One passage and multiple questions, just like in comprehension. In some exams it is asked, but UPSC CSAT after 2018, these kinds of questions were not visible. These questions are just like previous questions, but one passage of multiple questions to answer with. That means each question you will get 2.5 marks each in the case of UPSC exams. So that way this is good. So please try these questions also. I will add it in our practice question set. In the Telegram channel you can find that practice question study materials. So these are few more examples of that type. So that's it. That are those questions. Now actually one question is pending from yesterday's class or the last class, that is statement related problem. Any other doubts or anything related to the things we discussed, or any other things any other things about this playlist, or anything else you want to suggest? Praveen Kumar, thank you so much for the good words. Thank you so much. Yeah. I'm trying to create playlists for each exam separately also. Even if these playlists are useful for many exams, like same playlist can be used for other exams also. But dedicated PYQ discussion playlist we are trying to create for most of the exams. Already we have done that for UPSC, GATE, CSIR already. Other exams like CAT, MAT and other exams. And like all-in-one YouTube channel we are planning to make this channel of. So I want all of your support for the same. So in the future years, if all things go well, you may see something which is bigger than what I am doing now. That is what I am hoping so in the future. More initiatives for aptitude for different competitive exams and for speed maths. Some interesting stuff for everyone to learn. Those kinds of things also we will be planning. So those of you are interested, always are welcome to watch those videos and your comments on that also. Kavya, many of these concepts are needed for SSC exams also. Yes, to an extent. But as I told, it will be always better if you have a overall idea of the previous year questions of your exams. Then you will get a better idea which all topics are common, which all questions are similar. That will be better. So whichever exam you are preparing for, first go through previous year questions, then you will get a proper idea what is there in the exam. Then going through any of the playlists, you will get a clarity what to learn, what not to learn. So thank you so much, Madhunala, also thank you so much for the good words. So let us start this question. This was the pending question of last class, so we'll discuss that now. Let PQRST be 5 statements such that if P is true, then both Q and S are true. If R is true, then T is false. Which of the following can be concluded? I think we have already discussed the second part in the last class. Why that is not true? Why that is not true we already discussed. We will now focus on the first part. If T is true, then at least one of P and R must be false. Let's see that is correct or not. At least one of P and R means minimum 1. Minimum 1 means P only or R only or both P and R must be false. P only or R only or both P and R must be false. P false, R false, P and R both false. These are the 3 cases that can happen. That means we have to prove that any of these 3 cases only will happen. Any of these 3 cases only will happen. Let us see. The contrapositive idea we discussed in statement related problems, that will help you here. Look at this. If T is true, about T it is mentioned in the second statement. If R and S are true, then T is false. That means if T is not false, R and S both being true is not possible. R and S both being true is not possible. You can understand this like with practical examples. I have told practical examples of if it rains, the field will be wet. What is the contrapositive of that? If the field is not wet, it didn't rain. Na? And I told you in the last class that contrapositive will be true in almost all cases if the statement is true. So that means if it rains, the field is wet. Then the contrapositive, if the field is not wet, it rained, it did not rain, that is true. So in the same way, here what you can say, if T is not false, both R and S being true is not true. Both R and S being true is not true means at least one of R and S should be false. At least one of R and S should be false. I am writing the contrapositive of this. If T is true, true means I am putting tick, then either R is false or S is false or both R and S is false. Both R and S are false. Are you understanding this? Because if T is false, R and S are true. If T is true, R and S being true is impossible. Now the only remaining case is R and S both being true. That is impossible because if R and S both being true, T will not be true, it will be false. So that is impossible. All other cases are possible if T is true. All other cases are possible. That means one of these three cases will be there. So now look at this. If T is true, we know that R only will be false or S only will be false or R and S both will be false. Let us take the first case. R only false means, is it making the statement correct? If T is true, R only being false is possible. Then one of P and R must be false is already made right. Na? One of P and R must be false is already made right. Na? That means if T is true, this is already correct. This statement is already correct. So for this case 1, statement 1 is correct, or conclusion 1, sorry, not statement 1. This is conclusion 1. Conclusion 1 is already correct. Now the second case, when T is true, the second case that can happen is S is false. S is false. If S is false, look at the statements given. If P is true, then both Q and S are true. If P is true, both Q and S are true means Q is also true, S is also true. But here S is not true, that means P is not true. Contrapositive, that idea itself. Those of you are new to this topic, check out the previous lecture, you will understand it properly, what is contrapositive and all. Yes, if P is true, S should be true. So S is not true means P was not true. P was not true. That also make at least one of P and R must be false. At least one of P and R must be false. P false is correct, na? That means if T is true, S being false is also, in that case also conclusion 1 is correct. Then both R and S being false, that is also fine, na? Because both R and S is false means S is already false. When S is false, we already know that conclusion 1 is false. And when R is false also, conclusion 1 is true. When R is false also, we know that conclusion 1 is true. So in both cases, conclusion 1 is true. In all three cases, conclusion 1 is true. That means conclusion 1 is generally true. So 1 only is correct. Why 2 is false, we discussed in the previous class already. So the confusion, I don't know whether it increased because these kinds of questions are not a cakewalk like many other chapters. So you have to devote some time to get more clarity on this. But simple questions also came from this chapter few years back. So if those kinds of questions comes, it is very easy. But these kinds of questions, please practice more. Same type questions are there in other exams also. Even in CSIR, GATE, other exams also, these type questions are repeated. Those of you missed the previous video, please check out that video, then you will get a more clarity. This question only, this question's explanation only was continuation of previous chapter, because as this is the last lecture in the series, we cannot discuss this doubts later. But if you people have doubt, always you can post in our Telegram group. connected to our Telegram channels, there is a Telegram group. You can directly check the associated group section. There you can find. Rajeshwari, as time is already up, we can conclude today. Maybe in the group we will discuss more about it, or check the previous video also. You will get a more clarity on this statement type question. So if this video was useful, do hit the like button, and if this playlist was useful, do share this playlist with maximum people. And the new playlist for tomorrow onwards, we are starting the new lecture series on comprehension. I welcome all of you, especially UPSC aspirants. The present lecture was useful, present 40 videos was useful for other exams also, but the comprehension series for CSIR NET aspirants, that is not useful for your exam. But if you want a general understanding of comprehension, you can attend. If you are preparing for GATE, comprehension is important. So I will recommend GATE aspirants also to attend it. We will be discussing previous years of UPSC CSAT, but those questions, the analysis of those questions will help you for GATE also, because GATE comprehensions are milder version, like one difficulty level lesser than UPSC. So if you learn how to do difficult questions, easier questions will become more easier. So that is why you can attend GATE aspirants and UPSC aspirants. UPSC aspirants, it is dedicated playlist for you, so do attend it and do share it among your friends also, so that more people can watch it. So that's it. I will just share the playlist link of tomorrow's class, that is comprehension playlist. Anything else you want to discuss, or any other comments? Like to hear from you all. How was the series? I have tried my maximum to make the series as useful as possible. Limitations was there, time constraints was there, health concerns were there, but in the middle of all those things, I have fulfilled what I promised. So now it is your turn to clear the aptitude test you are preparing for, especially CSAT aspirants or UPSC aspirants. Use these things to clear your cutoff, because for other exams it is not a qualifying nature test. If you clear aptitude test, or if you how much marks you get for aptitude test will not matter to clear the test, but for UPSC it's qualifying in nature. So clearing this part is mandatory. Without that you cannot clear the prelim section. For GATE or CSIR, this is a rank booster section, or this helps you to clear the overall cutoff, but there is no separate cutoff. So that is one difference. So UPSC aspirants, hope this series was very useful, and CSIR NET and GATE aspirants, hope this series was useful for you to improve your confidence and improve your to do daily practice. So continue doing practice, and the other practice questions we are posting in the groups also, please make full use of it. Mahalakshmi, thank you so much for the good words. Once again, thanking everyone who have commented in the previous videos comment section and in the live chat. Thank you so much. Your comments meant a lot to me, and keep supporting all of you, and do share these playlists to your friends, and this poster you can share so that they can easily get the idea of the resources we provide through our Telegram channel, through our YouTube channel. In the future months, we will be updating more content in our mobile application also. So if you want, you can download our mobile application, Christy's classes. More future free materials will be provided through the mobile application, because then there will be a proper structure and it will be easy to sort the materials from the mobile application. So you can be part of our mobile application also. Christy's classes is the name. It is there in the Google Play Store itself. You can find it, or in the description of this video you can find it. So that's it. Let's conclude. And my classroom coaching students, hope this complemented you for your preparation. along with my previous videos. You can use these videos for your final practice or final revision, and share it among your friends or other Telegram channels, Telegram groups or WhatsApp groups if possible. Do share these information, or do share this playlist link there, so that more people get to know about these playlists. So that's it. Let's conclude. So tomorrow 8:30 p.m. is the first lecture in our comprehension series. Comprehension previous year questions is what we are discussing. After 5 class, if the response for this comprehension series we are starting, if it is good, we will plan for one more series. What we will be doing in that is exam hacks for comprehension section. We will be discussing in that. First 25 previous year questions we are discussing. 5 previous year questions per video. 25 previous year questions. With that itself, you will learn a lot of tricks, a lot of shortcut approaches by which you can do questions better. But as a separate video series, we are planning for exam hacks for UPSC CSAT and UPSC CSAT comprehension in particular. That will follow if the response for this series is good. And we are planning for a flashcard revision series also, if more people are interested. Like to hear from all of you if you people are excited to those series, because I know that some of you have lack of time. That also you can mention, because if I get to know from you what is your current situation, then I can curate better contents. Like many people, one suggestion or one request before starting the series is, we want daily practice, but we cannot spend 2 hours or 3 hours per day, because already many other classes are there, many other self preparation, mock tests are there. So spending 2 hours, 3 hours daily is not possible. That is why we have curated the series like 30 minutes to 40 minutes per day. Yeah, today's lecture will be longer because general things also we are discussing today, as it is the last lecture in the series. So as I told, your feedbacks helped the series a lot, or to curate the series in this way. This helped. So future suggestions will help for future contents to be better. So do let us know what you felt about the series and what you want from me in the upcoming lectures or upcoming series. So that's it. I think let's conclude for today, or let's conclude this series here. Hope you all had a very good experience with this series. And CSIR NET aspirants, once again reminding you, your full-length course is there. Complete courses are there in our mobile application Christy's classes. 3 month, 6 month and 12-month subscriptions are available. More information you can see in this, or check the mobile application Christy's classes. The link is there in the description, and free resources are there in these links and other playlists. And these were the 40 lectures. If you missed any of the previous lectures, check out those videos of these 40 videos. So that's it. Thank you all of you. Take care all of you. See you all the best for your upcoming exams. After the exam, do let us know whether the series was useful for you. That will be good. If it was not useful also, you can mention it, but do communicate. That is what I want to tell you all. After exam also, like to hear from you. How was your aptitude section? How did you perform, or how was it? So sometimes exam may be little tougher than you imagine, little easier than you imagine. That all are part and parcel of exam. But in that situation also, how well you are doing and you clearing the exam is important. So for that, the last minute revision, last minute practice, those things, whatever you can do it, please do that. I will try to help you out in the upcoming days also till your exam. UPSC aspirants also, and CSIR NET aspirants also, GATE aspirants also. Before exams, exam oriented lectures more will be there. So stay tuned, subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any updates. Thank you, take care, bye bye, have a good night. See you all on the next lecture. Comprehension new series we are starting from tomorrow 8:30 p.m. itself. So welcome all of you to that. Have a good day.